All right, I'm going to graph this piecewise function, and I'm going to start with the left graph because that's what it's saying right here, the left graph right here, which is this part right there. I'm going to zoom in, hopefully. There we go. And so this left graph starts all the x values that are smaller than 3, or negative 3. So here's negative 3, all the values smaller than negative 3. And I need to figure out, well, it's linear, so it's going to follow this this idea of y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So I just got to know what is the slope and what is the y-intercept for that line. Well, the slope is going to be pretty easy. It looks like it hits two spots right here and right here on the grid. So the rise is 2 and the run is 1. So that means the slope is 2 over 1, which means the slope is 2. All right, so I'm going to erase that part and just write 2. 2. And now if I keep going with that slope, what's the y-intercept? Well, if I go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, we see that the y-intercept is 1. So that positive 1, so I would put plus 1. If it was negative 1, then I would be writing minus 1 right there. And then I fill in a y equals and an x, and there is my equation for that part of the function. So I'm just going to write in 2x plus 1 right there. I'm going to erase all this stuff. I'm going to remember 2x plus 1, and I'm going to close this, and I'm going to put in here 2x plus 1. Okay, now remember, this is for all the values that are smaller than negative 3. So over here, x has to be smaller than negative 3. And it's the reason why they're all smaller than negative 3 is right here. It's negative 3 and all the x values smaller than that. And that's open, so that's going to be just less than. The next one is going to be greater or greater to right there. So this one's going to be pretty easy. We can see that it just crosses negative 1 right there. So this is going to be what? That's negative 1. So I'm just trying to get that right there. Negative 1. Okay, negative 1. And it's the numbers from negative 3 to positive 3. So negative 3, which is less than or equal to x, which is less than 3. Yeah, so that what this is saying is this is the x values are more than are greater than negative 3, but at the same time they're less than 3. So they're greater than negative 3 right there, so it's bigger, but at the same time it's also smaller than 3, and that's open dot, so that's without the line, and that's a closed dot with the line right there. Okay, now I will, let's see, oops. We have this last one here, and that is that's a little tricky right there because well, let's zoom in on this, and it's linear. So again, this is going to follow y equals mx plus b, and we need the m and the b. So the m is the slope. So the m is what? It goes down 1 and over 1, down 1 and over 1. So it's down 1 over 1. Negative 1 divided by 1 is negative 1. So that's the slope, negative 1. And then we need the y-intercept. So we need to use that slope and go back, right? Up 1, back 1, up 1, back 1, up 1, back 1. It crosses at positive 3. So that's positive 3 right there. Fill in the x, fill in the y, and I don't really need the negative 1, so this is the same thing as negative x plus 3, and that's what I'm going to put in my function right there, negative x plus 3. I'll erase all this stuff. And close it. And this was negative x plus 3. And then we need that inequality. So it's all the x values greater than 3, greater than or equal to 3. All the x values greater than or equal to, I think it's that right there, 3. 3. And that should be it. So I will bring this up. I will submit. And I got them all. Super. All right. I hope that helps.